Found at a yard sale in Oregon, these are two yellow metal rectangles, 1.5 by 3.5 inches, that fit together like a small waffle iron. They are framed by black plastic rounded pieces that look like handles. What are these small patterned heating plates? These items are very likely interchangeable plates for a hairstyling tool, such as a hair straightener that can be converted into a crimper. In the past, some styling irons came with sets of removable metal plates. The user could swap out flat plates for straightening with ridged or patterned plates, like these waffle iron ones, to create crimped or wavy textures in the hair. The yellow color might be a ceramic or Teflon coating on the metal plates, and the black plastic frames would allow for safe handling and fitting into the main heated body of the styling tool. This strange leather satchel was found in a Chinese antique shop cafe. It's a hard leather case with metal fasteners, a worn-away brand, and sections inside. What was this military-style satchel originally used for? This hard leather case is identified as a Swedish magazine pouch. Specifically, it appears to be a pouch for carrying magazines for the Carl Gustaf M45 submachine gun, which was the standard submachine gun of the Swedish Army from 1945 until the 1990s. These pouches were made of sturdy leather, had multiple compartments inside to separate the magazines, and featured distinctive metal or leather fasteners. They were a common piece of Swedish military surplus equipment for many years, and it's not unusual for such items to turn up in antique or collectible shops far from their country of origin. This flat aluminum disc, approximately 8 inches in diameter, features a rotating copper dial and a spiral groove on its face. A curious mechanism is noted. On every rotation of the copper disc, a little bump near the 99 mark advances a tiny gear one step. Some part is likely missing, as the spiral groove doesn't currently seem to have a function. The back has a ring, possibly for hanging. What is this intricate mechanical device? This device is identified as a mechanical calculator, specifically a type of circular adder. Before the advent of electronics, various ingenious mechanical devices were created to aid in arithmetic. This particular type likely worked by using the rotating copper dial for inputting numbers. The spiral groove would have guided a stylus or a pointer, and the interaction of the pointer with the dial's markings would engage gears underneath to perform addition or subtraction. The small bump and tiny gear mechanism described would be the carry function, advancing the next digit, e.g. from 9 to 10, once a full rotation was complete. It's a fascinating example of early analog computing. Found in a deceased relative's apartment in Germany, this small table or bench is about the size of a night table and has an insert of some kind. What is its specific, old-fashioned purpose? This piece of furniture is identified as an antique wash table or washstand. Before the common availability of indoor plumbing and dedicated bathrooms with running water, personal washing was done using a basin and pitcher. A wash table like this was a dedicated piece of furniture for that purpose. The insert would likely have been a ceramic or enamel basin, which would be filled with water from a large jug or pitcher. People would use this setup with a washcloth to wash themselves. It's a charming piece of furniture that harkens back to a time before modern conveniences. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit like and subscribe. Your support genuinely helps YouTube's algorithm find more curious explorers like you. Thank you for helping us grow. Stay curious. This blue camo, polyester, cover is about 3 feet tall and came from a $5 mystery grab bag. What is this large, stretchy cover designed for? This item is a luggage cover. These stretchy, durable fabric covers are designed to be pulled over a standard suitcase during travel. They serve several purposes. They protect the luggage from scuffs, scratches, and minor damage during handling by baggage systems. They can provide a small measure of security, making it harder for someone to quickly open the suitcase. And most commonly, their distinctive patterns, like this blue camo, make the luggage instantly recognizable on a crowded baggage claim carousel, preventing mix-ups and making retrieval easier and faster. Found in a charity shop among other vintage medical items, this stainless steel tool has a ribbed end about the size of a thumb. The finder guesses its purpose might be for looking inside the rectum, but acknowledges their lack of expertise. What is this specific medical instrument? This vintage stainless steel tool is identified as an old-school mouth gag used in dentistry. A mouth gag, or mouth prop, is a device used to keep a patient's mouth open during dental procedures, especially when the patient is sedated, uncooperative, or for long procedures where muscle fatigue would cause the mouth to close. The ribbed or grooved surfaces, as described, are designed to catch and gently retract the lips and cheeks, providing the dentist with a clear and unobstructed view of the oral cavity. While modern versions are often made of rubber or silicone, older ones were robustly made from stainless steel for durability and easy sterilization. This clay-like puck was found sitting loose on the back ledge of the engine compartment of a brand new Honda CR-V hybrid. Its official purpose is a mystery. Is it a functional part of the engine, or perhaps something used by mechanics during the new car inspection process that was left behind? The best guess for this clay puck is that it was a temporary plug for one of the radiator hose connections used during the manufacturing or assembly process. Before the engine is fully assembled and the radiator hoses are connected, openings like the radiator inlet, outlet, or ports on the engine block need to be sealed to keep debris, dust, or moisture out of the sensitive cooling system components. These temporary plugs, often made of plastic, rubber, or a clay-like material, serve this purpose. It was likely overlooked and not removed before the final hose was installed and then dislodged by vibration, ending up on the engine ledge. Found in a shared laundry machine, these are clear and yellow plastic tubes, about 1.5 inches long with no writing on them. Their origin and purpose are a complete mystery. What could these small, two-toned plastic tubes be? These clear and yellow plastic tubes are identified as tar stopper disposable cigarette filters. These are small, plastic mouthpieces designed to be fitted onto the end of a regular cigarette. Inside the clear plastic body, there is often a yellow or colored internal filter mechanism. The advertised purpose of these filters is to trap a portion of the tar and nicotine from the cigarette smoke before it is inhaled, with the clear body allowing the user to visually see the dark tar accumulating. They are sold as a harm reduction product, though their effectiveness is debated. Finding them in a laundry machine means they were likely left in a pocket. This metal trinket is shaped like a squid and has a hooked form. What is this whimsical, nautical-themed object designed to be used for? This metal squid trinket is identified as a decorative hanger. Based on similar items, it is likely an S-shaped hook designed for hanging various items, with the squid design adding a decorative, nautical flair. These types of hooks can be used in kitchens for hanging utensils or dish towels, in bathrooms for towels or robes, or in an entryway for keys or small bags. The squid's tentacles cleverly form the hooks themselves, blending functionality with a unique, artistic style. It's a practical piece of hardware with a playful design. Seen on a road in Takayama, Japan, this is a spinning red LED light. What is its specific purpose in the Japanese road system? This spinning red LED light is a type of active road safety light or road stud, known in Japanese as Li Da Dao Lu Pieng, Li Di Dorobyo, or Zifa Guangpieng, Jihakobyo, meaning self-illuminating stud. These are often solar-powered and embedded in the road surface, or placed on posts at the side of the road. Their purpose is to provide enhanced awareness for drivers, especially at night or in poor weather conditions, that they are approaching an intersection, a sharp curve, a crosswalk, or another potential hazard. The spinning or flashing motion is designed to be much more eye-catching than a static reflector, significantly increasing driver vigilance. These wooden sticks, topped with some sort of foam, are found positioned between fields and a forest. The commenter asks if the foam gives off an intense smell. What is the likely purpose of these foam-topped sticks in an agricultural or rural setting? These foam-topped sticks are a method for dispensing wild animal repellent. In agricultural areas, damage to crops from wild animals like wild boar, deer, or rabbits can be a significant problem. To deter these animals, farmers or landowners sometimes place stakes around the perimeter of a field. A special repellent foam, often containing strong-smelling substances that animals find unpleasant, like butyric acid, which has a very pungent odor, or predator scents, is then sprayed onto the tops of these stakes. The foam adheres to the stick, and slowly releases the deterrent scent over time, creating an olfactory barrier that encourages wildlife to stay away from the protected crops. This tall, old metal post is located in a residential area where there is nothing else like it. It's not a lamp post, as the streetlights are of a different type. It's not a telegraph pole, as those are made of wood and have cables. There are no nearby industrial buildings that might need to vent gases. What is this anachronistic cast iron tube? This tall, ornate metal post is identified as a sewer vent pipe, sometimes called a stink pipe. In older municipal sewer systems from the Victorian and early 20th century, these tall vent pipes were installed to safely ventilate sewer gases, like methane and hydrogen sulfide, high up into the atmosphere. This prevented the buildup of explosive or noxious gases within the sewer lines and also kept unpleasant odors from escaping at street level. Many of these were made from cast iron and were often designed to be decorative, resembling ornate lampposts, to blend in with the urban architecture of the time. While most modern sewer systems are vented differently, some of these historical stink pipes remain as relics of past civil engineering. Seen on what is thought to be the main municipal building in Enna, Sicily, these metal coverings are over the windows. They have a half-cylinder shape on the bottom and are flat on the upper half. They could be a screen, but the cylindrical shape is puzzling. What are these distinctive window fixtures? This type of window covering is identified as an Italian wrought iron version of a zaffardera, a feature common in Catalan architecture. They are a type of decorative and functional window guard or grille. The half-cylinder or bowed shape at the bottom allows residents to lean out of the window for a better view of the street below, while still being protected by the grille. It provides security and allows for airflow when the window is open, without being a flat, confining barrier. They are a characteristic feature of Mediterranean architecture, blending security, ventilation, and a unique aesthetic that allows for interaction with the street scene. This foot pedal was seen on the floor outside an interior door in a part of an abbey that had been a residence. The guess is that it was some type of pedal for servants to open a door while carrying things. What is this mechanism? The guess is very likely correct. This foot pedal is almost certainly part of a mechanism for opening a swing door, particularly in a service area of a large house or an institution like an abbey. In places with high traffic, for staff who were often carrying trays, laundry, or other items with both hands, these foot-operated door openers were a practical innovation. Pressing the pedal would likely operate a mechanical linkage to unlatch and push the swing door open, allowing a person with full hands to pass through easily without having to set their items down. It's a clever piece of historical hardware designed to improve efficiency in a service environment. Found on the floor of a bar or restaurant, this 3-inch metal object has a spring mechanism. The finder thinks it might be a hair clip or part of a pen. What is this common wallet component? This spring-loaded metal object is identified as a part of a bifold money clip bar wallet. Many minimalist bifold wallets, instead of having a full-length bill compartment, use a hinged spring-loaded metal bar or clip in the center fold. To secure cash, you lift the spring-loaded bar, place your folded bills underneath, and then snap the bar back down. The spring tension holds the bills firmly in place. These can sometimes break or become detached from the wallet's leather or fabric casing, especially with age and use. An 8.25-inch square vinyl pocket thing was given to the finder's wife as a gift. What is this specific type of tech accessory? This item is identified as a travel mouse pad that includes an integrated pocket for storing your mouse. The square vinyl surface provides a smooth and consistent tracking area for a computer mouse, which is especially useful when working on the go, where desk surfaces might be uneven or unsuitable. The pocket is a convenient feature for travel, allowing you to store the mouse and perhaps its cable or a small USB receiver, together with the mouse pad, keeping your tech accessories organized and protected within your bag. It's a compact and practical solution for mobile computing. Tiny, Crouton-like squares were found scattered outside on a high-traffic sidewalk. They don't seem like rat poison, but also not like typical human food. The finder is concerned about potential danger to neighborhood dogs or wildlife. What are these mystery squares? These small crouton-like squares are identified as looking like freeze-dried dog or cat treats. Freeze-dried treats, often made from single ingredients like liver, chicken, or salmon, are very popular for pets. The freeze-drying process removes moisture while retaining nutrients, resulting in a very lightweight, porous, and often cube or square-shaped treat. Someone may have accidentally dropped some while walking their dog. While likely harmless if they are indeed pet treats, the advice to clean them up is prudent, as there's no way to be 100% certain of their origin. This old-looking, wall-mounted box, with what looks like a switch and a circular hole, was found in a 1970s-built home in the Midlands, UK. It's located above the skirting board near a chimney. What is this vintage utility connection? This wall-mounted box is an old socket used to connect a gas appliance. The commenter recalls having one as a kid, which they used to plug into a gas poker. A gas poker was a metal tube with holes in the end, connected by a flexible hose to a socket. It was inserted amongst the coals in a fireplace, and the burning gas would quickly and easily ignite the solid fuel. These bayonet-style gas sockets were common in the UK for this purpose, and sometimes for connecting gas heaters before central heating became standard. It's a relic of an older method of home heating. Found in several pieces in the earth of a garden, this swirly, lumpy thing is about the size of a rugby ball. It looks woody but doesn't feel like normal wood. It's light for its size and feels almost like papier-mâché, sounding hollow when tapped. It's covered in lumps and swirls. The finder questions if it's even a plant. What is this unusual growth? Despite its unusual feel, this object is identified as a burl from a dead tree. A burl is a distinctive, rounded, and often lumpy outgrowth on a tree's trunk or branch, characterized by highly irregular and swirled grain patterns inside. They are formed from a mass of dormant buds or in response to stress, injury, or infection. After a tree dies and the main trunk and branches decay, the denser, more resilient burl wood can sometimes survive for much longer. Its time in the soil could cause it to become lighter and more porous, explaining the papier-mâché feel and hollow sound, as softer parts of the wood may have decayed away, leaving the harder, swirled structure. Found in the attic of a house built in 1961, this device has a wood base with a metal fixture and what looks like a three-prong outlet on it. What is this vintage piece of electronic test equipment? A ham radio operator of 60 years identifies this device as a Lecher wire resonator. Lecher wires are a piece of equipment used for measuring the wavelength, and thus the frequency, of radio waves, particularly at VHF and UHF frequencies. The device consists of two parallel wires or rods with a shorting bar that can be slid along their length. By finding the points along the wires where standing waves are at a maximum or minimum, one can physically measure the wavelength. Though they fell out of favor by the 1950s with the advent of cheaper SWR meters and other test equipment, budget-minded ham radio enthusiasts and experimenters still used them into the 1960s for antenna tuning and frequency measurement. Found in the Ardennes forest on the Belgium-Germany border, this object consists of a small parachute and a larger parachute attached to a burned canister with white residue. Identification markings are printed on both chutes. What is this piece of military hardware? This assembly is identified as the remains of an illumination grenade or flare. These are pyrotechnic devices, often fired from a grenade launcher, mortar, or artillery, designed to illuminate an area at night. After being launched to a certain altitude, a small drogue parachute, the little parachute, deploys to stabilize the projectile and pull the main components out of the canister. Then, the larger parachute deploys, suspending a pyrotechnic candle, the burned canister. This candle burns with an intense, bright light, slowly descending under the parachute and lighting up the battlefield or a designated area for several minutes. The white residue would be the remnants of the burned pyrotechnic compound, likely containing magnesium. Received in a corporate swag bag, this item's intended use is a puzzle. It's a solid, relatively heavy shape, about 7 OZ, with a Faux-Marble pattern, measuring 5 inches wide by 1.5 inches tall. It features 4 slots of decreasing width along the top, with slightly larger rounded cavities at the bottom of each slot. Google image search mistakenly thinks it's a rifle rack. What is this desktop object actually for? This corporate swag item is a desktop cable sorter or cable organizer. The 4 slots of decreasing width are designed to hold and organize various charging and data cables, like USB-C, Lightning, micro USB, etc., when they are not in use. The user would slide their cable into the appropriate slot, preventing it from falling off the desk or getting tangled with other cords. The weight of the object ensures it stays in place, and the faux marble finish makes it a stylish desk accessory. It's a practical item for keeping a modern workspace tidy. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay curious. More finds coming soon.